Good evening, everyone. Mike Arnold here, co-founder, Path Trading Partners, with a quick crypto educational update. Ethereum US dollar did trigger this double bottom right here, came back, also kissed the trend line goodbye. Really nice. First cross rotation zone went up to all the targets, so that is now complete. It also reached the end of this clear path. You can see pretty much to the penny. So what are we watching for now? Now we're watching for a move back up above this trend line that will then target this 309.83 area. Also, there may be a nice pullback rotation entry. You know, if it pulls back down to the 298 area, rising rotation zone 298, 299, and it rotates back up, that can give another entry, which in what case your first target would be the new defining point right around this 304.20, and then your next target would be the 309.83 area. It's nice we have this rotation zone back in our favor now. Let's check in on the daily. We always have to keep the bigger perspective in mind. All right, we have a very flat rotation zone. Generally means we're in congestion, and you can see we're sort of moving sideways. So really, we need to get above that 309 mark. That takes us next into a really nice clear path. That's what we'll be watching for. And then if we get into that clear path, we could see a run up to 337. What we don't want to see happen is a breakdown, especially with the close below these recent lows. Maybe that 283 area close below there would not be healthy. So as long as that doesn't happen, we're in good shape. IOTA US dollar. We got a sharp move down below the trend line and below this horizontal channel, hitting the first target, rallying back up strongly. Got a question, is this catching a falling knife to try to buy here, or, you know, what are we doing? There was no high probability entry, even if we go down to the 1 hour or shorter time frame. We just got some tails coming back up now into the rotation zone, could be headed back down. Now in this next push lower, there could be a variety of setups. We could get a potential double bottom. We could get a divergence setup. We could get a rotation back up setup. There's a bunch of setups that could be. We wait for setups to re-enter trades. We just don't go, it hit a key level, we're going to be buying it. That could be catching a falling knife. It doesn't have to. We don't know what's going to happen because then future price action unfolds. We always rely on a setup. If we don't have a setup, we don't have a trade. We don't have a trade yet to get us long on a 1 hour time frame or a 4 hour time frame. And keep in mind, we have the rotation zone against us in the 4 hour time frame, and checking in on the daily, we have the rotation zone against us. So any trade here is aggressive, and we're going to want to take that into consideration, especially with where we're going to take profits if we're just trading. If you're just looking for something to invest and you're just going to hold it forever, then that's a different story. But we're looking to trade these things. So back to the 4 hour again. Let's try it again. Okay, these other two targets are still in place. It's going to be very key if we do trade lower. Watch this low, because that could be forming right around this 0.5050 level, could be forming a potential double bottom, which would give us a long trade. If we do get through there, it's going to be really strong support, 49.34 to 49.57 area. That's going to be very key. We may get a trend line redraw to here. If that does happen, a close below that then could trigger a potential slide all the way down to about this 47.80 area. So just keep that in mind. Don't get overly aggressive unless you have some very high probability entries that you rely on. We do not have one that we've found yet, that to where we're applying it to IOTA at this point. Over to Ripple 4 hour chart. So you got to move above the trend line, above the end of the clear path, clearly hitting both our prior targets, which can now be removed. Go over a few teaching stuff with this that you can apply to any crypto. Pullback. When you get a strong pullback, a lot of times you get 8 pushing the price, so the 8's catching up to the price. So what do we also want to do? You can go down to the next lower time frame. We generally separate our time frames by about a factor of 4. So a 4 hour, we drop to the 1 hour. 1 hour time frame, Clearly back in the rotation zone, rotating back up, really nice entry. That's the kind of entry you want to use, combining different time frames. Projecting the next major gain level up, I didn't bother with the 12.5 to 25%, took us to the 0.24168 level. You can see resistance, 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 now pulling back. This is getting a bit overextended, so we're going to be watching for a bigger pullback, possibly around this 0.23 area. We do have the rising rotation zone, or the prior end of the clear path and bottom of the rotation zone, 0.2249, and then we'll be looking for a rotation back up entry. That's what we're looking for here. Let's just check in on the daily also. You can see really getting extended from the rotation zone. So again, there's no rush. We're not in a rush to enter into or chase this. We're going to wait for an entry to come back to us for a nice rotation back up entry, and then we'll get back in. That's our update on Ethereum, IOTA, and Ripple. And we will talk to you guys soon with hopefully some weekend videos on cryptos we didn't just cover now. Everybody have a great night, a great weekend, and chat with you soon. Bye for now.